the root, which is at the base of your spine. So that's your chakras. So a lot of people are talking about 3D vibrations or 5D vibrations. And so, yes, we are the third rock from the sun. So it's always funny to me when people mock astrology because, well, we learn about the planets, which exist in astrology, but then we mock astrology. Doesn't make any sense. Anyways, that's a different topic for a very different day. So with your 7 chakras, so when you live more in your base chakras, which is your root, your sacral, and your solar, you live in a lot of fear and judgment and duality, which is us versus them. It's not a community thing. It's more of a, I have to compete against you, type thing. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with those chakras. Those chakras are very important, but all the chakras, you're meant to live within all the chakras as a flow, right? So it flows from your crown, well, many chakras up there, but your crown to, down into the earth. Okay. So, and through your base, which is at the bottom of your spine. So when you live in your lower chakras, you are more in tune with the lower vibrations, which our old world, which died last year, was attempting to keep you in because so as a woman, this is a different thing. Men, resonate a different way, obviously. But as a woman who is in her own sovereign, healthy, open, divine, feminine self cannot be controlled. So, of course, we were villainized and victimized and a whole bunch of other things because otherwise they wouldn't have any power right now. So there's that. But anyways, so if you just live in your lower ones, you don't connect to Christ consciousness through your higher ones. So you aren't as intuitive and you second guess yourself and you need other people to help you all the time. You can't make your own decisions, all of that. Okay. So the funny thing about this post was that, yes, good and bad do exist, but that's a very dualistic way of understanding things. So when you start to move outside of just living in your basic chakras, like your base chakras, so your root, your sacral, and your solar, which are still very important, but all of them connected and working together is the goal, okay? So for your best and highest good. Okay. Anyways, something just popped up. Anyways, so for your best and highest good. So when you start to connect with your heart and up, the thing that happens is you raise your vibration. So when you raise your vibration, you feel more connected to yourself. You feel more connected to everybody. And one of the things that happens is if you work on yourself, and everybody's journey is different, obviously, but with working with all your chakras in alignment and they're balanced and they're not blocked, what starts to happen is you raise your vibration. Well, when you raise your vibration, you understand that it's more of a community thing. It's more of all of us working together and all of us coming together with love and light and empathy and, harmony versus I have to compete against you because you have more than me. And so that entire post, I'm reading this entire post, and my first thoughts, I was just mad. Obviously, I've calmed down now. But with this entire post, the thing was that it was a post it was obviously the Matrix trying to hijack anybody who's teetering on being open to, but isn't quite sure of themselves. Okay. They're not flowing through their entire body. They're not connected to their soul, their intuition. They're not believing they are Christ consciousness light, which we all are. They're thinking about it. They're seeing some stuff, but they're not quite sure. And it was interesting because I've been called to do stuff like this. Okay. I don't want to. I have many witch wounds in my life and many wounds in my life, so I don't want to do this. Anyways, so I've been called to start talking, and the universe dang well knows that I am very stubborn. I'm an Aries, I'm stubborn. So as an Aries, I'm not going to do things unless I'm called to do it. So of course they're like, we're going to give you this post, so you post something because this is it's not okay. And as a starseed, it is with great power comes great responsibility. So as a starseed soul, as a light worker, as someone who came here to help humanity rise up and be better, I can't just sit aside and be like, oh yeah, these people are wrong. Next. I can't, right? And so, yes, that entire post is the Matrix hijacking spirituality and trying to suck you back into where you were. Because when people are open to things, they're open to all things. And sometimes they just don't have the support or the community or the understanding to be able to grow yet. And sometimes, again, Dolores Cannon says, every soul comes here for a different purpose. So sometimes some souls are just meant to keep, doing their own thing. And that's why the good versus evil is so dangerous, because every soul comes here to live out a different purpose. Leave them alone. Just leave them alone. Okay? Raise your vibration. Do your shadow work. Do your past life work. Do your inner child work. Leave everyone else alone. Approach everyone with love and empathy and compassion. Approach them as if they are your best friend or your cousin or your neighbor or your dog. Okay? But for the, putting 3D dualistic judgment on them will just suck you back into the matrix of the old world, which was based in fear, resentment, judgment, jealousy, dualistic competition. All you're doing is you're harming yourself and you're harming all your lineages. It's not going to help you. Now, another thing I do when I'm this worked up, because I'm worked up. Anyways, I haven't done this yet on here, so this is going to be entertaining for me because I'm not too sure how I'm going to do this, actually. Actually, I do know how I'm going to do this. So I shuffled these before I started this, so I actually know how I'm going to do this. I really do need to set up my tripod. That's another thing. But anyways, so on to that note, I will take the first 3 on here. I have never gotten this card for myself at all, but I mean that it works for you. So it is, hang on here. Can I read while I'm reading? I don't know. So this card says Great Awakening. So it's an oracle deck. When I'm feeling something, I pull these decks. So Great Awakening. It is time to cut through the veil, speak your truth to the collective, and you shall be seen. Well, here we are. Good job, universe. Okay, so this is the next one. It's a very pretty deck if you've never seen it. Cosmic Net of Reflection. We are a reflection of one another. When we illuminate, we bounce light from our soul to another. That worked out very, very well, I think, actually. And then Way Shower. Oh, yes. I love the little peacocks on this. You are guiding others by living in alignment with your true, authentic self. I see a point here, universe. Remember to shine your light and lead by example. So, if you've never seen this deck, they're very, very pretty. But yes, Great Awakening is one. Cosmic Net of Reflection. It's holding a little fist. And Way Shower. So, the deck is actually this one. It's a Starlight Frequency Oracle. So, that all being said, I hope you have a wonderful evening. And I hope that if that resonated with you, awesome. If you want to follow me, go for it. If you want to comment, tell me where you're watching this from, awesome. But other than that, I hope you have a wonderful evening. And just remember, take what resonates with you and throw away the rest, because everybody's here for a different purpose. Everyone's here for their own soul's journey. And sometimes you have to loop through a lot of things to get to where you're meant to be. I've looped through a lot of things in my entire life. So that being said, have a wonderful week. Happy Pisces season, and have a beautiful night, you beautiful, beautiful souls.